This is Laura Belanger from the National Weather Service Atlanta office with your weekly weather briefing for the week beginning today, April 20th, 2023. As far as the forecast highlights are concerned, we do have rain that's going to be focused over North Georgia. It returns late on Friday, and then through the day on Saturday, it'll exit with dry conditions that'll remain over the area through Tuesday. While we do have warm temperatures here to start that last through the day on Friday, we'll drop back into the more seasonal range for Saturday through Monday. An active wet pattern does return by mid next week, and so we'll see those cooler temperatures and higher rainfall rates then. These are the current conditions as of this afternoon. The GOES geocolor satellite looping here. You can see that frontal system as it's approaching the Mississippi River there just to our west, and some high clouds across the state today. Otherwise, a rather sunny day for us here in the state of Georgia. Now this afternoon's frontal map looks like this. We've got high pressure that's beginning to show some signs of retreat eastward as that cold front approaches from the west, and that's what's going to be bringing our rain as we get into late tomorrow and into Saturday. So taking a closer look at those weather maps, again, the high pressure today begins to retreat. More of those rain chances return late tomorrow night, with the rainiest day being early in the day on Saturday as that low pressure system does exit to the northeast through the day. So this is a looping image of our forecast. So this is just one possibility as we get into next week. So that front moves through and then leaves a dry air mass behind it as we get through the weekend and into next week. This loop does actually cut off before the next active weather pattern begins, and it does look like it'll pick back up late in the day on Tuesday next week through Wednesday, with some uncertainty there on how wet it'll actually be. Now, kind of pinning down the timing for the activity as we get late tomorrow into Saturday. This is just one model suggestion of how the precipitation might look on the radar tomorrow. So you can see as we get through the day tomorrow, we start to see some rain across North Georgia. So here we are. This is noon. This is tomorrow afternoon, and then late Friday night into Saturday morning, and it really is ending by about 10 a.m. on Saturday. So not a lot of rainfall to speak of across the state, but just enough to keep slight to good chance pops across the area. Those chances of rain are really higher and confined north of the I-20 corridor, where the higher rainfall amounts could be seen, but again, they should be pretty light. As far as our severe weather outlook goes, this is for Friday. We are in just a general thunder risk. We aren't expecting most of the activity to have thunder in it, but we can't rule it out. So that is present there across the state. And then as we get into Saturday, maybe more of a chance with the heating of the day for some thunder potential there in the southeast portions of the state. But on the whole, not a lot to be concerned about. As far as the rainfall forecast is concerned, up over North Georgia, we're expecting the heaviest rainfall amounts to be closer to 1/4 of an inch. Along and north of I-20, particularly if you're on the western side of the city of Atlanta, your rainfall amounts might be closer to 1/10 of an inch, and then anything really south of there should be less than 1/10 of an inch. So certainly manageable given how dry we've been the last couple of days. And then by Saturday, rainfall amounts of 1/10 of an inch or less are expected, and again, the rain really should be tapering off as we get through the day on Saturday. Now, if you take a peek at our day 1 through 7 rainfall forecast map, that's what you're seeing here from the Weather Prediction Center, you can really see that our rain chances do pick up with more activity expected midweek, next week, and beyond. So this is the rainfall amounts really just for Wednesday and Thursday. And up over North Georgia, it does look like we could see up to 2 inches of rainfall possible. Those blue shaded areas that include Columbus and Macon and further south are really more like 3/4 of an inch. Now our temperatures, as I alluded to in the beginning, are fairly warm for this time of year. So we've got mid to upper 80s across the majority of the state today, and then again tomorrow. We'll see a drop in those temperatures as we get into Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday, more seasonal temperatures as far as what we're expecting. And again, same with our low temperatures. The coolest days that we're seeing right now appear to be Saturday and Sunday, with our low temperatures, with them gradually warming back up as we get into the early next week. As far as the 6 to 10 day outlook goes, we are looking for above normal precipitation. And as far as it's looking right now, Tuesday through Saturday next week, we could also see a return of below normal temperatures, especially for North Georgia. So again, as far as our summary is concerned, the rain is going to be focused mostly on over North Georgia, late Friday into early Saturday, with drying conditions returning behind it late in the day on Saturday. Those dry conditions will stay in place through Tuesday as the next active weather pattern begins to set up. The warm temperatures that we have through tomorrow will drop back into the more seasonal range as we get through the weekend and into Monday, as they sort of gradually warm up. And that active wet pattern does return by Wednesday, and we could see some higher rainfall amounts as we get into Thursday. If you have any questions, comments, or some way that we can support you with our weather information, please reach out to us by one of these methods included here. And we look forward to having you join us for our weekly briefing next week. Thank you.